12 luxury vehicles have just plummeted in value so drastically it is genuinely shocking. We are talking about $40,000, $60,000, or even $100,000 vanishing in just 18 months. But here's the part nobody's mentioning. If you already have one in your garage, selling it right now is the absolute worst move you could make. The depreciation hit has already occurred. You have already absorbed the loss on paper. Today, we are revealing which luxury cars lost the most value and why holding on to them is actually the most intelligent strategy. Because for the second buyer, that is where the true opportunity exists. Let us begin at number 12. Top 1 BMW 7 Series 2023 to 2024. If you step into a BMW dealership today, you will witness something startling. Brand new 7 Series sedans are sitting there with massive price cuts while one-year-old models sit untouched on used car lots. The depreciation has been brutal. The original MSRP for a 2024 BMW 740i xDrive was $93,000 to $98,000. Its current value is only $52,000 to $56,000. That represents a 45 to 48% drop in value in only 18 months. Between $40,000 and $44,000 simply evaporated. What caused this? The design. BMW's polarizing split headlights and giant kidney grills completely divided buyers. Traditional luxury sedan owners dislike the aggressive look, calling it overstyled. When a flagship sedan causes arguments instead of respect, resale values tank. But here's the honest truth. If you bought one new, you have already paid the price of depreciation. Selling now at $54,000 means locking in a $42,000 loss. If you keep it 5 more years, you might only lose another $20,000 total. The math says keep it. For second-hand buyers, this is the bargain of the decade. You are getting a 3.0 turbocharged inline-six with 375 horsepower, executive rear seats with massage, and German engineering at a 45% discount. The controversial look that hurt new sales matters less at this price point. The downside is that maintenance stays expensive. Plan for $2,000 to $3,000 every year. The complex electronics will eventually fail, and premium fuel is required. But you are experiencing $95,000 luxury for $55,000. The BMW 7 Series shows that controversial design kills new sales, but creates used market openings. If you own one, stay the course. If you are buying, this is your moment. But does BMW's design drama compare to what Audi created when size became a problem? Top 2 Audi A8L 2023 to 2024. Audi's flagship sedan promised quiet luxury without the flash of BMW or Mercedes. The market reacted by ignoring it entirely, and the depreciation has been disastrous. The original MSRP for a 2024 Audi HLL 55 TFSI was $91,000 to $96,000. The current value is $48,000 to $52,000, and that is a 46 to 50% loss. Between $42,000 and $46,000 was wiped out in 18 months. Now, what went wrong? Invisibility. The A8 is so subtle that people often mistake it for an A6. When you pay $95,000 for a vehicle, you usually want it to be noticed. The A8's understated design worked against it. No one knows you spent flagship money. Then there is the size issue. The L-long wheelbase makes the sedan 207 inches long, which is longer than some SUVs. American buyers with $95,000 are overwhelmingly choosing SUVs over sedans. Now, the A8L is fighting market trends and losing. But here is the reality for current owners. You have already taken the hit. The A8L will not drop much further. It has found its value floor near $50,000. Keep it and enjoy 453 horsepower from the Turbo V6, Quattro all-wheel drive, and rear seats that rival first-class cabins. For second buyers, you are getting executive luxury that no one notices for the price of a mid-range SUV. The predictive suspension, matrix LED lights, and dual-screen MMI system are still impressive. The downside is that maintenance remains Audi-level expensive. The air suspension will likely fail around 100,000 miles, costing $3,500 to $5,000. Parts can be hard to find. The Audi A8L proves that subtlety does not sell new sedans at $95,000, but it creates amazing used value at $50,000. But does Audi's invisibility compare to what Porsche built when they electrified their sedan? Top 3 Porsche Taycan 2023 to 2024. Porsche took their engineering skill to the electric world, creating a sedan that drives like a 911 but has 4 seats. The market loved the engineering but destroyed the resale values. The original MSRP for a 2024 Porsche Taycan 4S was $115,000 to $120,000 before options. Most sold for over $130,000 when configured. The current value is $65,000 to $72,000. That is 45 to 48% depreciation. Between $55,000 and $60,000 vanished in just 18 months. What happened? The EV market collapse met Porsche's high production volume. Porsche manufactured more Taycans than the market wanted, filling dealerships with inventory. When supply beats demand, even a Porsche badge cannot stop depreciation. The reality of charging infrastructure also hurt it. The Taycan's 800-volt architecture allows for very fast charging, but only at 350 kilowatt stations, which are rare outside big cities. Most owners found they were charging at normal speeds 90% of the time. But here is the truth. If you own one, you have the best driving electric sedan ever produced. The Taycan handles exactly like a Porsche should. It is genuinely exciting in ways that Tesla and Mercedes EVs are not. Keep it and enjoy that drive. For second buyers, you are getting a 522 horsepower electric Porsche for the price of a standard luxury sedan. The build quality is perfect. The interior materials put competitors to shame. The downside is that battery replacement after the warranty ends will cost $30,000 to $35,000. Insurance costs stay at Porsche levels. The 246-mile EPA range feels small compared to newer EVs. The Porsche Taycan proves electric performance cars lose value fast, but create chances for enthusiasts who can accept EV limits. But does Porsche's electric bet compare to what Jaguar built before the brand changed everything? Top 4 Jaguar XJ 2023 to 2024. Jaguar's flagship sedan effectively died in 2024 when the brand announced it was becoming an all-electric luxury maker. That death sentence ruined resale values overnight. The original MSRP for a 2024 Jaguar XJ portfolio was $88,000 to $93,000. The current value is $44,000 to $48,000. That is 48 to 52% depreciation. Between $42,000 and $47,000 was obliterated. What killed it? Brand uncertainty. Jaguar said they are killing all current models to focus on electric vehicles priced above $100,000. Buyers do not know if Jaguar will even exist in 5 years, let alone provide parts for discontinued gas cars. The reputation for reliability makes it worse. Jaguar ranked near the bottom in dependability studies. Owners report electrical issues, screen failures, and suspension problems. Used buyers see those reports and walk away. But here's the different perspective. If you own one, why worry about resale? You have one of the last beautiful British sedans ever made. The aluminum build is brilliant. The supercharged V6 sounds great. Keep it as a collector's item. For second buyers, you are getting British luxury at massive discounts. The 380 horsepower supercharged V6 is still a thrill. The interior with Windsor leather rivals a Bentley. The downside is that finding parts will get harder as Jaguar leaves this segment. The dealer network is getting smaller. Reliability worries are real. Budget $3,000 to $5,000 a year for repairs. The Jaguar XJ proves that brand death kills value, but creates openings for buyers who do not care about resale. But does Jaguar's brand death compare to what BMW built when they went fully electric? Top 5 BMW i7 2023 to 2024. BMW tried to electrify their flagship 7 Series, creating the i7, an electric luxury sedan meant to compete with the Mercedes EQS. The market responded with boredom, and the depreciation has been harsh. The original MSRP for a 2024 BMW i7 xDrive 60 was $107,000 to $112,000. The current value is $58,000 to $64,000. That is 48 to 52% depreciation. Between $48,000 and $50,000 was lost in 18 months. What went wrong? An identity crisis. The i7 has the same controversial headlights and huge grills as the gas version, but adds the uncertainty of an EV. Buyers spending $110,000 on electric sedans usually choose the Mercedes EQS or Lucid Air instead. Range anxiety also plays a part. A 318-mile EPA range sounds fine until you consider cold weather and highway speeds. Real-world winter range can drop to 220 miles, making trips stressful. But here is the reality. You own a 536 horsepower electric BMW with the best infotainment system in any EV. The Bowers& Wilkins audio is amazing. The rear lounge seating rivals a private jet. Keep it. For second buyers, you are getting top-tier electric luxury at half price. The build quality is flawless. The technology actually works, unlike some rivals. The downside is that battery replacement will eventually cost $35,000 to $40,000. Complex electronics will be expensive to fix. Insurance stays high. Charging can still be frustrating on long trips. The BMW i7 proves electric flagship sedans face double depreciation from EV uncertainty and the decline of traditional sedans. But does BMW's electric flagship compare to what Mercedes built in their traditional flagship? Top 6 Mercedes-Benz S-Class 2024 to 2025. The Mercedes S-Class has been the standard for luxury sedans for decades, but even automotive royalty cannot escape market forces, and the newest generation is losing value rapidly. The original MSRP for a 2024 Mercedes-Benz S500 4MATIC was $118,000 to $125,000. The current value is $64,000 to $70,000. That is 45 to 48% depreciation. Between $52,000 and $57,000 evaporated in just 18 months. What happened? The redesign failed. Mercedes went all in on touchscreens, removing almost all physical buttons. The result is a $120,000 sedan with controls that force you to look at menus while driving. Luxury buyers hated it. They want simplicity, not Tesla-style screens. Reliability concerns also appeared. Early 2024 models had electrical glitches, screen freezes, and air suspension failures. Consumer reports lowered the S-Class reliability rating significantly. When your $120,000 flagship has problems at 30,000 miles, resale values crash. But here's the truth. You own automotive royalty. The S-Class still has the best ride quality of any sedan. The 429 horsepower turbo inline-6 is smooth and strong. Keep it and ignore the loss. For second buyers, you are getting the peak of German luxury at 45% off. The Burmester 4D audio is unmatched. The e-active body control suspension removes road bumps. The downside is that maintenance stays Mercedes expensive. Budget $3,500 to $5,000 annually. The air suspension will need replacing around 80,000 miles for over $5,000. Complex electronics mean dealer-only repairs. The Mercedes S-Class proves even legends cannot escape depreciation, but they do keep their legendary ability. But does the S-Class struggle compared to what Alfa Romeo built for drivers? Top 7 Alfa Romeo, Giulia Quadrifoglio, 2023 to 2024. Alfa Romeo built a sedan that drives better than a BMW M3, sounds better than a Mercedes AMG, and depreciates worse than both combined. The Quadrifoglio is a dream for enthusiasts, but a nightmare for accountants. The original MSRP for a 2024 Giulia Quadrifoglio was $87,000 to $92,000. The current value is $44,000 to $48,000. That is 48 to 52% depreciation. Between $42,000 and $46,000 was wiped out in 18 months. What killed it? Reliability, reputation, and brand uncertainty. Alfa Romeo's Italian passion does not seem to include electrical systems. Owners report engine lights, screen failures, and drivetrain issues. The small dealer network makes finding service difficult. But here is what buyers miss. This sedan has a Ferrari-derived 505 horsepower twin-turbo V6 that sounds incredible. It handles like nothing else in its class. It is genuinely exciting in ways German rivals are not. If you own one, keep it. You bought passion, not a practical tool. The depreciation hit has already happened. Enjoy the drive. For second buyers, this is the performance bargain of the decade. You are getting exotic performance for the price of an Audi S4. The carbon fiber parts, Brembo brakes, and limited slip differential rival supercars. The downside is that reliability concerns are real. Budget $4,000 to $6,000 a year for repairs. Parts are hard to get. The dealer network is shrinking. Fuel economy is poor at 17 run. The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio proves passion is expensive, but creates great value for second buyers willing to handle Italian complexity. But does Alfa's passion compare to what Maserati built in their entry-level sedan? Top E8 Maserati Ghibli 2023 to 2024. Maserati sold buyers the dream of Italian luxury and performance. The used market is selling the reality. Chrysler parts at Ferrari prices. The original MSRP for a 2024 Maserati Ghibli Modena was $82,000 to $88,000. The current value is $38,000 to $44,000. That is 52 to 56% depreciation. Between $42,000 and $46,000 was lost in 18 months. What destroyed it? The Chrysler parts bin. Buyers paying $85,000 found window switches, stalks, and screens from $28,000 Dodge Chargers. That reality ruins the Italian luxury illusion immediately. Reliability nightmares made it worse. Electrical issues, transmission failures, and suspension problems all happen around 40,000 to 60,000 miles with bills over $5,000. Used buyers see those reports and run away. But here is the different view. You already own it. The depreciation bomb has already gone off. Keep it and enjoy the 345 horsepower twin-turbo V6 that sounds great. The interior, despite the Chrysler parts, is truly beautiful. For second buyers, you are getting exotic prestige at the price of a normal sedan. The Ferrari-derived engine is still a thrill. The Italian style still turns heads. The downside is that maintenance is catastrophic. Budget $5,000 to $7,000 a year. Parts are hard to find. The dealer network is small. Brake jobs are over $3,000. Tires only last 15,000 miles and cost $2,000. The Maserati Ghibli proves badge engineering kills long-term value, but creates chances for buyers who accept the maintenance reality. But does Maserati's entry-level nightmare compare to their flagship sedan disaster? Top 9 Mercedes-Benz EQS, sedan 2023 to 2024. Mercedes tried to build an electric S-Class. Instead, they created a depreciation disaster. The original MSRP for a 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQS 450 Plus was $108,000 to $115,000. The current value is $52,000 to $58,000. That is 52 to 58% depreciation. Between $56,000 and $60,000 was lost in 18 months. What went wrong? Everything. The design is polarizing. It looks like a melted jelly bean instead of a prestigious luxury car. The aerodynamic design turned off traditional buyers who want presence. The technology is also too complex. The hyperscreen across the dashboard looks good in photos, but is frustrating to use. Simple tasks require menus while driving. Luxury buyers want buttons, not screen frustration. But here is the reality. You own cutting-edge electric luxury that will age well technologically. The 333-mile range beats most EVs. The 329 horsepower motor provides smooth, silent power. For second buyers, you are getting flagship Mercedes tech at half price. The air suspension is perfect. The Burmester audio is spectacular. The build quality is flawless. The downside is that battery replacement after the warranty will cost $30,000 to $40,000. The hyperscreen will be expensive to fix. Depreciation will continue. This car will likely hit $40,000 in 2 years. Charging can still be a hassle on trips. The Mercedes EQS proves electric luxury sedans face 3 threats: EV stigma, bad design, and tech complexity. But does the Mercedes electric disaster compare to what Maserati built in their flagship? Top 10 Maserati Quattroporte 2023 to 2024. Take everything wrong with the Ghibli, make it larger and more expensive, and you get the Quattroporte. Maserati's flagship sedan is falling faster than a house of cards. The original MSRP for a 2024 Maserati Quattroporte Modena was $118,000 to $125,000. The current value is $48,000 to $54,000. That is 56 to 60% depreciation. Between $68,000 and $75,000 vanished in 18 months. That is not a mistake. Owners lost more money than a brand new BMW 5 Series costs. The depreciation is absolutely catastrophic. What destroyed it? The same Chrysler parts bin that ruined the luxury illusion. The same electrical nightmares and reliability stigma. But now those problems are on a much higher MSRP, making the dollar losses brutal. The second owner cannot justify the upkeep. They see $3,500 brake jobs, $2,000 tires every 15,000 miles, and $6,000 transmission services, and they leave. Dealers do not want these cars. Private buyers are scared. But if you own one, you have already taken the hit. Keep it. You have a beautiful Italian flagship with a Ferrari-derived 345 horsepower twin-turbo V6. That sounds amazing. Enjoy it for what it is. For second buyers, you are getting flagship Italian luxury at Camry prices. The interior is stunning. The drive is engaging. The downside is that annual maintenance will exceed $8,000 to $10,000. Parts are a nightmare to find. Reliability is truly terrible. You are buying Italian passion with American rental car parts. The Maserati Quattroporte proves flagship sedans can become worthless when reliability meets badge engineering. But does even Maserati's disaster compare to what Bentley built for the ultra-wealthy? Top 11 Bentley Flying Spur 2023 to 2024. Bentley's four-door Grand Tourer promised effortless luxury and W12 power. It delivered catastrophic depreciation instead. The original MSRP for a 2024 Bentley Flying Spur V8 was $222,000 to $235,000. W12 models were over $270,000. The current value is $115,000 to $125,000. That is 48 to 52% depreciation. Between $105,000 and $115,000 was lost in 18 months. Read that again. Owners lost more money than a brand new Porsche 911 costs. Some W12 buyers lost over $140,000 in equity. What happened? The ultra-luxury sedan market collapsed. Buyers with $230,000 are overwhelmingly choosing SUVs now, like the Bentayga or Cullinan. The sedan shape, no matter how luxurious, cannot compete. Maintenance costs also terrify buyers. The twin-turbo V8 needs $2,500 annual services. The W12 needs over $4,000. Brake jobs are $6,000 to $8,000. Tires are $3,500. Only the ultra-wealthy can afford this. But if you own one, you bought British luxury at its best. The hand-stitched leather and wood veneers are spectacular. Keep it and enjoy automotive jewelry. For second buyers, you are getting Bentley Craft at half price. The 542 horsepower V8 provides effortless power. The ride is sublime. The downside is that maintenance stays Bentley expensive. Budget $10,000 to $15,000 a year. Parts are hard to get. Insurance is astronomical. Fuel economy is poor. The Bentley Flying Spur proves ultra-luxury sedans lose value fastest, but keep their luxury longest. But does even Bentley's depreciation compare to the #1 disaster, an electric startup's flagship? Top 12 Lucid Air 2023 to 2024. The single fastest depreciating luxury car in America is not German, Italian, or British. It is an American electric startup sedan that promised to change luxury EVs but delivered bankruptcy fears instead. The original MSRP for a 2024 Lucid Air Touring was $95,000 to $107,000. The Dream Edition was over $170,000. The current value is $38,000 to $48,000. That is 58 to 68% depreciation. Between $60,000 and $120,000 was lost in just 18 months. Some early Dream Edition buyers paid $170,000 and watched their cars become worth $50,000. That is $120,000 gone, more than most luxury cars cost new. What destroyed it? Startup survival fears. Lucid loses money every quarter with no clear path to profit. Production targets are being cut. Service centers only exist in major cities. Buyers fear the car will be unsupported if Lucid fails. The range reality also hurts. A 516-mile EPA range sounds great until you realize that requires the most expensive battery. Base models get 406 miles, which drops to 280 in cold highway driving. But here's the different view. If you own one, you have the most advanced electric sedan ever built. The Dream Edition is truly spectacular. The interior quality rivals Bentley. Keep it as a collector's piece. For second buyers, you are getting cutting-edge EV tech at massive discounts. The 819 horsepower Touring trim has supercar acceleration. The long-range battery leads the industry. The downside is that Lucid might not survive. That is a real risk. Battery replacement costs are unknown, but likely over $40,000. The service network is tiny. Parts are hard to find. Insurance stays high. The Lucid Air proves a startup electric luxury car is the riskiest investment possible, but creates chances for buyers who accept the risk for the technology. Thanks for watching. These 12 luxury cars prove that depreciation destroys wealth fastest in the luxury segment. But here is the honest truth. If you already own one of these, Selling now locks in your maximum loss. The depreciation has already happened. Keep it and enjoy the luxury you paid for. If you are a second buyer, this is your moment. You can get flagship luxury at mainstream prices. Just remember to budget for maintenance. Luxury costs do not depreciate. Sometimes keeping a bad investment is actually the smartest move. Your wealth depends on understanding the reality of depreciation. If this breakdown changed how you look at the luxury car market, please subscribe and like the channel. We are uncovering the financial truths that the industry tries to hide. Drive into the future with us. The next automotive treasure will be revealed soon.